Welcome to the mothership.
Yeah.
What she said. Welcome.
Yeah, guys. Yeah, it's happening. So, we've been on Earth for a little bit of a while now, haven't we? And we've been studying what you get up to, what you've been doing, what you're about, scream and shout. And we want to share our knowledge with you.
We're going to give you the 101 and how to blend in because we know just all about it.
Mm-hmm. This is episode 1. How To Neighbours.
We came off the neighbourhood, what, like 6-7 months ago? 8 months ago? We don't
6-7.
keep track of time. And do you know what? A lot's gone on. Should we talk about how we got in first? Let's talk about like the casting process, like how we ended up in the neighbourhood. So we got an email one day, didn't we? And was like, there's this like game show, blah, 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 like go and live with your neighbours, you can go and live with your household. And we were like, oh my God, like
This sounds insane.
this sounds right up our street. But the thing was, we've always said since we were little, we'd love to do some kind of like reality TV show.
Yeah.
But then we grew up and was like, fuck that, I'm not going on Big Brother.
Yeah.
I always thought I was going to be on Big Brother.
I did, but I feel like I would have another crack at Big Brother, to be fair, now that it's like a lot more like modernised and kind of like,
It's not as savage anymore,
it's not
is
as
it?
savage. But we were like, the neighbourhood's kind of perfect. It was that kind of like blend of like
You were in
Big
there with
Brother.
people.
You were going in with people that you know. It was just perfect.
Yeah.
We were like, let's just
I
go
think
and do it.
it's hard because like we were talking about this morning, weren't we? Like I feel like I came out of it with like a newfound, not that it weren't there, but I never really thought about it obviously because I'd never been in that situation before, but I came out with a newfound respect for anyone that's ever done reality TV.
Yeah.
Because like and I used this example this morning, so sorry if I'm boring, but you know when you watch like Big Brother and they're like crying at nominations and stuff, or like when they're on I'm a Celebrity and they're having a meltdown and everything, and people are like, it's not that deep.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah. No, I would always think
is.
it's genuinely not.
I wouldn't
It's
act like
so
that.
is.
Yeah, it's hard. Like it's mad how quick you lapse into like this is everything to me right now. Not like
You're just immersed in the game completely, aren't
yeah,
you?
Yeah.
but not even like I suppose like immerse into the world that they've made for the game to exist in as well, because like the game, yeah, obviously you do kind of get sucked into that, but I knew in my heart of hearts, like I knew like we weren't gonna win.
Yeah.
But, like obviously it would.
Did you?
Yeah,
I was convinced we were going to win.
I felt like I was like tripping the whole time. I thought like I'm the anomaly in this household, like because obviously you two were really like we're manifesting, we're gonna get it done, like it's gonna happen. But I was thinking, I'm not a winner.
Do you know what?
You two might be, but I'm not.
In
No,
my
I
head,
was
totally
we were
delusional.
deluded,
Yeah,
yeah.
I was like, we're of course going to win. I think we were fully kitted out to win it though. Like we had like a good dynamic amongst us. We kind of had like strengths in different areas. I would like to think we are
in
quite
my
likeable
head, though,
people.
I was deluded and we were going to win it, but like thinking properly, I couldn't imagine myself with £250,000. I was like,
You know what?
I'm not going to get
Use
rich that
this
way.
to use some magazines.
We slipped upon the manifestation.
Hex on yous.
I feel like I will just go in and ride with the full belief of course I'm going to win. Like I'm going to trick my mind. But then when you actually
fully
think about
deep
it,
down, not a doubt in my mind was like, I'm going to be so rich after
I
this.
just know I'm not going to get rich that way. Like I weren't getting rich off winning a show. I'm going to get rich some other way that I'm not going to tell you about yet.
To be fair though, we kind of like as like great of as good as 250 grand is, like we were like of course we want that money, but we were kind of just going in for a laugh, weren't we, as well? Like we were kind of like,
Yeah, it was
when
the
else
experience.
would you get this opportunity?
It was the side quest of all side quests, really. Like it was, of course we're going to do
go in
this.
together and ground on like a TV set all day. Like it was just boss.
A month
like,
off work,
I know.
which brings me to we quit our jobs for the neighbourhood.
To go, yeah. But I
Who
like,
wasn't?
because everyone was like, so when you go, and I don't think this matters that I'll share this, but like when you go on a show like that, they'll give you like a supporting letter to explain to your employer this is why they need this amount of time off work, and then obviously your employer can either say yeah or no. Ours said no, so we were like, fuck you, I'm going anyway. But they like were very much like, don't quit your jobs to do this. Like that's like a
we were
really
looking for an
irresponsible thing
excuse.
to do in so many ways. But
Yeah.
we didn't want to stay in our jobs, so it was an excuse to like
leave.
Yeah.
To be fair with my job, I luckily was able to go back after the month. But like I feel like unless you had like for example like Jem was going to come on the neighbourhood originally, wasn't she? And she's got like a full like career in the music industry, so she was like, I'm not risking that, which is so fair enough.
Yeah.
But like we were in hospitality somewhere, which was such a temporary, well, I say temporary, we were there for like 6 years or more. But we purposely...
it was to make ends meet, weren't it?
Yeah,
like our life got. For some people, like, they
stone.
actually enjoy it, and that's what they want to do with their lives, and like, you know, you're crazy. No, but like, it weren't for me, and I hated it. And I was looking for any excuse to just like pluck me out of that reality that I was living in, and literally threw me somewhere that was make-believe for a week.
It was the fact that we said to our employees we're going to be gone for a month. We packed all kinds, genuinely all
literally.
kinds.
I know, because they said like bring like enough toiletries to last you for a month and everything. Like, we paid Assos's Lecky bill.
No,
for
this is the thing.
3 months.
I didn't wear any of my nice clothes because I thought I'm in here for the month. Like, I'm going to save the nice ones to like
the final finale.
Yeah. I think, honestly. And then they were like, you go. And I was like, I have spent like the past 5 days in like joggers. And shall we tell them about when we were going in? So as we were driving up there, we got assigned this driver who stayed with us for like pretty much the entirety of the time, weren't it? Lewis. Oh my God, he was the best. We loved Lewis. I think we convinced them that we were going to win our adamant we were.
Like, bless him, when we came out, he like, the morning that we were going in, like, so it was the same driver like the whole time, as she said, and like the morning that we were going in, he was like, right, what songs do you want to listen to? Because that was one of like the other hardest things for me. There was that, like, not only did you not have like TV or any, and you didn't have music, and it was like, just with my thoughts, and all my thoughts are, Ouya hates me. Turns out it was a lot of you.
The anxiety.
But no, but when we came out, when like we'd been, you know, told to leg it, and we got picked up, and they sent Lewis to pick us up, and he didn't know who he was picking up, and I walked out with my bags, and he was like, no.
He was gutted, wasn't he? I was thinking, see you in a month.
Yeah, literally, see you when I'm minted. What was your peak and what was your pit?
You know what? I think my peak probably was like, I think my peak was like the run up to it, like before it started, like going down, doing the press shoots, like kind of having no stress because it hadn't started yet, like just kind of enjoy. I felt like it was kind of like you could just enjoy it without having like there's 150k over your head, and like you need to know if these people like or hate you, like all of that stress kind of like.
Yeah, I forgot about all that part of it until like the night before. I was like, they're gonna hate me.
Yeah, like the minute you got in there, it was like, oh my God, this is so, because it's kind of like, as much as you go in to like have a laugh and like do whatever, like this competition is based on like if your neighbours like you or not, and like if they're going to vote you out of like 250 grand. Like, it's so much pressure when you're in there. Like,
I didn't realise, like, obviously growing up I knew I was shy, but I didn't realise, I thought I grew out of it, but I didn't realise how shy I was until I got into the neighbourhood, and I was like looking at all you having these conversations, and I was just stood there like, oh my God, I don't know what to say to you at all, and I was like, but like I proper underestimated how intense and overwhelming being in a show like that would be. Like, I thought obviously it'll be stressful, but we were on day 3 like having a meltdown.
Each of us had a meltdown, and like realistically we were there like 5-6 days.
It was exhausting.
All of us had a meltdown. It was just so intense, and like the game obviously naturally just gets pushed onto you, not by like the nature of the show, more so the fact that other people are more switched onto the game than what you would have went in there intending to be in the beginning. And then when you notice that everyone else is playing, it's like, oh, I need to buckle up here.
Do you remember someone said to us, like, remember girls, like, this is a game, like people are like in it to win the money, because
like people can be mean and like
people will go in with a strategy.
We just wanted to make mates with everyone, didn't we? We were like, oh, let's have a laugh, like this is so boss, like this is the most spontaneous side quest we've ever done. And then it was like, no, like we need to lock in. We soon realised how serious people were like taking it. Oh, that is insane.
I know.
But I wouldn't change it for the world, because it was boss.
Best holiday ever.
We haven't even spoke about the washing line task.
Oh my God.
Day 1, and I got nominated to do the first challenge of going up in that washing line. Like,
that's your worst nightmare.
It was like honestly hell. Like, you couldn't pay me enough money to come do it again. Honestly, it was the worst thing ever.
And like what most people don't realise as well is how long these tasks actually take to film, like without spoiling like the magic of it. But like you were up there for about like what, like 2, 3, 4 hours,
I think you were there for like 4 hours.
4 hours. In the freezing cold.
It was
But this is the thing though. My biggest fear is heights, but the only reason I nominated, well, we kind of all nominated me to go first, didn't we?
Yeah, because it weren't the question something like, who's got the best judge of character or something like that, and you were like me.
I was like, I'm going to swim through this. This is going to be the easiest task ever.
If you were on the ground, though.
Was I wrong? Oh my God.
You know what, though? We smashed it from the ground. Like we all smashed it, but like on that ground, me and you. Me and you. We were like, and me with the maths question. Like I know. Gagged the fact that.
Do you remember 3 times we tied?
We got, no.
That's my peak actually, how well we done in the challenges.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, that, I thought this has set the bar now, like we're ones to watch, like we're gonna just breeze through this, and then that little voice of doubt came over and was like, you've peaked too early.
No,
and it was right.
Yeah,
it's like peaking in high school.
We peaked in high school and neighbourhood years.
First week we moved in. Well, I think like that, because we, like you say, we did peak so early with that, that definitely put us in the firing line for like certain households.
I was just going to ask that, do you think it did, yeah?
100%, because we kept drawing with the same household.
Oh, so yeah,
they were so strong at the tasks as well, and I would say that we were quite strong at them at first, but from what we got to do, I thought we like smashed them.
I imagine that our names came up a lot in the first one. Yeah. Like, if they weren't immune, I would have voted them.
Yeah.
I think so.
I know, that's so interesting, because like, I guess we will now when we watch it back. The first
because everything else came out of nowhere. Like, and we were like, and I know this is like a whole like he said, she said, but we were voted out on the basis of like one person's suspicions. We didn't do anything different than what we've been doing the entire time when we were getting along with everyone. For then someone, like, it takes one bad apple spoils the whole damn bunch.
What's that video name? TikTok on, but there's one little boy.
I'm very proud of my class. My class is so sweet, except for one little boy.
That's
it was Jordan. It's so funny. He ruined it for us. I can't remember whether I said it in like a MIV, like the diary room thing, or whether I said it to his face, but I was like, it's just mean. Because the thing is like, obviously, I would have loved £250,000, but I also just wanted to stay there for like at least a couple more weeks. And it was like, for me, like, other people are trying harder than us. Like, go and get your bag and like let me watch.
Yeah, let us just be in it. I know.
But
ruined our fun.
Isn't it mad? Like when you came out, it was so like. And like now you look back and you think like we were so immersed in the game.
Yeah.
But now you just think
so heated. Like
I felt like it was such a relief though, because like I've said this to you before as well. I've said a lot of things before today. When I went out there for that like final removals, the second one.
We need to speak about that in a minute, about the fact that you went out twice.
No, I know, Daddy. When I went out there the second time, and I remember looking at all of them, and I was like, you know what, fuck this. Like, I caught my nervous system, because I was like, I need to be like my best self, and to me my best self at the time meant take the meds. So I was on Elvance the whole time, and if you don't know what Elvance is, it's medication for ADHD. I'm not like other girls. And I was on Elvance, which is like old school speed essentially, and what it does is it locks your body into like a medicated fight or flight constantly. Like, you have this constant urge to do anything, and when you're filming for TV, we learned there's a lot of downtime, so I spent the entire time on edge, like, what's gonna happen now? Plus I've got this looming thing of like, everyone hates you here, and I'm trying to get everyone to like me there, and I'm just trying to have a nice time as well. And then it was all that whole build up of like, will we, won't we, we're gonna be fine, no, we're going home and everything. And then I went out there to the square, fucking Graham Norton stood there looking at us all, and I looked at all the fellas and I was like, I'm done.
I'm dipping.
The other side of the window, we're literally going to, it's fine, we're not going. Even when Jordan
I was shocked.
went and placed that removal, the sign into our front door, I was like, it's fine. Like, Jordan's not going until we were forced out the house. So the Bradens and the Pescards. Oh my God.
Me loves them. Me Gusta big time.
I didn't expect us to make like proper like good mates like that. Like, they were so, I expected to like get on with people and stuff, but I feel like with them two households we just kind of like
gelled,
but instantly like knew we had each other's backs as well. Like, that's so cliche, but like instantly like
what,
felt safe with the fact that like they're not gonna like be out to get us, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
When we first came in there, when we were looking out our window, and I could just see there the Bradens, and I was like, they look scary. I don't know what it was. I was like a little bit
like a strong family.
I think
like
maybe because it was they were a strong family.
Many of them, I think it was.
And I was like, they seem like they're going to be intimidating, but they were so the opposite. Like
so nice, genuinely so nice. Like
I think they had like a proper like solid structure. Like even when they were like stood in like the neighbourhood square, there was like the 3 boys, then there was like the matriarch, and then there was like Alicia. Like it was just like proper like solid family, and it was like, wow, these are going to be like insane.
And then obviously like the Peskins as well were the first family that we met when we went in, do you remember?
Yeah, they were instantly so nice, wasn't they?
Yeah, it's like if we met them at the all-inclusive, which I think we'd said that to them when we were in there, if we'd met them at the all-inclusive, we would have spent the 2 weeks together.
Yeah,
do you know what I mean?
Alicia is such a Scouser, like we said
she is a Scouse friend, through and through.
Yeah. What's that noise? Tea and biscuits.
It's time for tea and biscuits, everybody. Welcome to Tea and Biscuits.
Dunk. So this is a segment that every episode you lot get to send in your stories and we discuss the brief over some tea and biscuits. So perfect for us. We get to indulge every episode.
And you get to watch or listen if you're on Spotify. Hello. Every episode there's going to be a different subject matter. So we might want to ask your ghost stories, your love life stories, what's the craziest situation you've ever found yourself in, a story about your family life, a story about what you want to do when you grow up, and so on and so forth. Right now, because it's episode 1 of To Scouse Haus, we don't have that luxury of having your information, so we're going to talk about ourselves, which is what we do best. So
I've got something to say.
Go on.
Yesterday we all got in a fight with a 10-year-old.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I think he was like 14.
Okay, maybe like 14.
He was a maniac, is what he was.
A villain.
Honestly.
A terrorist.
The killer.
He was the killer when he grows up. Maybe now.
Maybe now, could be.
He was basically just throwing ice at us, and we were ignoring him to begin with, weren't we?
No.
And something bounces off your head.
The way that we've just pitched it, and he was basically throwing ice at us.
He was. No, it asked. So, wait. They started throwing ice at us. Rosie was like, what are you doing? And then they were a bit like, so you kind of was a bit like, you fed into it at first, didn't you? Then you were like, got to go, because she had to go somewhere. And I was like, like Rosie said something now, they'll like calm down.
I feel like what we're learning about me is that I am more confrontational than I'd like to admit.
But what I'll do,
I'll speak out, try in silence this gay woman.
She stood up for us.
Yep.
No,
and then
she
got
didn't.
off.
She just like a grenade and got off, and then you had to deal
I had to deal with it.
You left with me.
And
Don't do that.
You acknowledged him. I was just ignoring him.
Well,
we were just getting pelted.
Like,
yesterday, I didn't choose fight, but I got into a fight.
She chose flight.
Yeah, I ended up choosing fight afterwards.
As always.
So I was then sat there again, trying to work on my laptop, still getting pelted. So I turned around and go, what are you doing? Like, what's going on here? And then they were like, and I was like, and then we started arguing.
But I'm not like 14 years on them.
No, easily 14 years. But I was like, do not pelt me with ice. Yeah. Like, what are we doing here? Pelting me with pips.
We didn't enjoy it, everybody.
We had a bit of a back and forth.
He's that one little boy.
Moral of the story is, if you get pelted with ice, argue for a bit, then get off. And go
but
to
know
safety.
when to call it a day.
Yeah, just know when it gets too far.
Rein it in when needs be. And that's on maturity.
It is.
That's proof of the 14 years that you have on the little twerk.
Yeah. After I called him a 12-year-old.
Yeah. So good for you, girl. Go on.
Well, that was my share. Is anyone got anything they want to share?
Yeah, I've got something I want to talk about.
Okay.
Go on.
Something that happened to me about an hour before we started recording. Yeah.
I didn't even know.
I went here.
You should know. I've been bitching about it for like 2 hours.
Oh,
I didn't know still.
So, I applied for an audition and did like the whole like, I am this person and I do this, that and the other, and here's my CV and here's my socials and here's a photo of me and all that. And they didn't offer me an audition, and the explanation was because we're looking for Merseyside and native Scouse performers.
Come again?
I said hello.
Didn't he say something about you need to be diverse or something?
Yeah, we were looking for diversity in Merseyside and native Scouse speakers. And like, okay, yeah.
Queer Scouse woman.
Yeah. Queer, neurodivergent, Scouse woman.
You must be crap.
Yeah. Like,
no good.
They saw that CV and was like,
crap.
I don't think this is for you, honey. But I'm bitter about it.
Yes.
And sometimes it's okay to be bitter. Know your place. But I'm like, my my whole shtick is the fact that no one's casting Scousers. Especially not in Scouse roles.
Yeah.
Thank you. And I apply for a Scouse role and they're like, oh no, sorry, we're looking for Scousers.
Come again.
Hello?
Off with the head.
Yeah,
What do you
so
want
I've
to share?
officially had enough.
Have I got something to share? Probably not.
Come back next week when we'll discuss. Oh, you went to see Renee Rapp this week?
Oh, I did go see Renee Rapp this week.
Oh.
No, Louise has got a
People were
story.
getting carried out.
So
Get to
many
stop the show a
people.
few times.
Not to start a conspiracy, but like, why do so many people faint in Renee Rapp concerts?
Like only Renee Rapp concerts.
Only Renee Rapp concerts.
Wait, clear up what you're trying to say there, because what do you mean?
Why do these so many people faint in a Renee Rapp concert?
Because she's so hot.
No,
what,
it's
what
not
do you
that.
think? It's not that.
What do you think?
What do you think that they're trying to like?
Get attention.
No. Wait, what? Why? What do you think?
I just don't know why so many people faint in a Renee Rapp concert.
It's like
I think we all faint. Did one of you get carried out of a Justin Bieber concert?
No, Miley Cyrus, because I wanted to go backstage.
Was it?
Yeah. Remember, I was like, could do with going backstage right now. Throw
Does
myself
it just
over the
make you
barrier.
like looped to
Yeah.
back?
It's
No,
not that
but
exciting.
basically, there's like a bit online that everyone's putting it on just to get like Renee's attention, because like it's like it's like
She
a
does
thing.
stop. She stops the show every time someone faints. But equally, there's kind of nothing to like gauge from. There's nothing that they could really get from that, because you literally leave through the front and loop back round.
Yeah, she's
maybe
not
it's just
stopping the show to
conspiracy.
come down
But
and check that, you know what, I give you 2 paracetamol, Lucas.
why are they all fainting?
Pat on the
Because
bum.
like I've been to loads of concerts and I've never seen that many people hitting the deck. Honest to God, like.
But you, like, in your
It's
big
happened
age,
twice.
you don't typically find yourself in the pit, do you?
No.
Anyway, would you look at the time?
Would you look at it? Wasn't that a really fun first run?
Yeah.
I enjoyed it, and I know that you did, and I know that our sound guy over there did as well.
He's been clapping and cheering the whole time.
Yeah.
He's our biggest fan.
But don't forget to check the TV guide next week to see what some hot goss we've got going on. Get to
Next
us.
week.
Don't forget the mantra. 3, 2, 1. With the
Luckiest
luckiest girls in the world, and everything always works out exactly how we want it to. Gay men.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.